Shalom. First and foremost, I'm going to say, call halal YAHAWAH by Hashem YAHAWASHI by Hashem Kudash. Double honor to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, who taught us this truth and rule well. And shalom to the hopeful elect. YAHAWAH by Hashem YAHAWASHI, Barakatham. It's the brother Kazah from the Men of Al 12 West Coast coming back at it again with another lesson. And this lesson is going to be, the topic of this lesson is going to be dealing with a man being able to have multiple wives, and why it is perfectly righteous and lawful to do so according to the Bible. Because contrary to what the Bible says, here in Babylon, it is forbidden, it is taboo, it is a wicked thing for a man to have have multiple wives, let alone deal with multiple women. All right, and that is a wicked stronghold that's been put upon our people. Okay, to keep our men in a lower vibration, in a lower frequency, to keep them in that peasant, mentality instead of having a ruling class mentality. All right, it just attacks the mind. It does something to your mind. It's all about psychology. All right, because these devils want to have us in perpetual slavery. All right, and like many brothers have came out and said, man, the physical chains have disappeared, but the mental chains are still there, and those mental chains are being reinforced by this devil. All right, and one of those mental chains is having, the right to have multiple wives. Okay, and what really gave me the spirit to do this lesson as well is I was watching a couple of my favorite red pill channels on YouTube, and it's crazy because they're starting to bring out and push out that vibration that you can have multiple women, that a man can deal with multiple women. Like for example, Kevin Samuels made not a sit down, Salaki. Kevin Samuels basically did a live stream, a video where he basically said a high value man does not cheat, he exercises options. Right? So he's pushing out, a certain red pill channels as well are pushing out that idea, that notion, that vibration that a man can deal with multiple wives, and it's acceptable. And they're also going further to say that a woman can't deal with multiple men, though, which is exactly, what the scriptures say. All right. Now they, from that point forward, they kind of go off and go into, because they're still in the world, man. All right. They're still in the world. You know what I'm saying? But I wouldn't be surprised if some of these red pill channels, some of these men that push out that content actually come and watch the videos, man. Shoot, you have celebrities that come and watch the videos. This truth is in the mainstream, man. But going back to the point, what that dude Kevin Samuel said, where a high value man doesn't cheat. All right, first and foremost, who are the highest value men in the world? All right, it's the elect, the 144,000, the 12,000 out of each tribe of the 12 tribes of the children of Israel, man. That's who the highest value men in the world are. Okay. Salakia. All right, but that's who the highest value men in the world are today. Okay, and why is that? Because, and Ottawa and Ratazah were of that number, us being the hopeful elect. All right, it is because we are doing the work of Yahawah B'Hashem Yahawashi. We are doing the will of Yahawah B'Hashem Yahawashi, which is to make our bodies a living sacrifice and to go out there and teach, man. Go out there to the highways and hedges and bid Israel to the marriage. Okay, do the lessons, which is putting our hands to the plow. All right, and the reason why that makes us at the very top in the eyes of Yahawah B'Hashem Yahawashi is because we are working directly for Yahawah B'Hashem Yahawashi. Okay, from the elders and apostles of Great Millstone on down. All right, we are working for Yahawah B'Hashem Yahawashi, who created all of this, who created everything, man. All right, and so really you have to, put into consideration in the sense of what we're in, and it's not to be, prideful, to walk around like we're, what I'm saying, like we're above these people, but in a sense, we are above these people. All right, that's why we're on the high tower, as it is written in the book of Baruch chapter 2. because we're on a higher frequency than the rest of the world, basically. All right, to be able to, read the scriptures and understand the dark sayings, all right, and then go to the streets and teach them with authority. All right, that's basically, in how do I put it to you? That's basically being in a higher frequency, man. All right, that's a higher value. That's another level. Okay, because everything that from the elders and apostles of Great Millstone on down, everything we've been saying, all right, is coming to pass. All right, because we are the mouthpiece of Yahawah Ba'ashim Yahawashi. All right, so with that, let's go to the scriptures. First one we're gonna go is the book of 2 Corinthians chapter 10 and 4. All right, and it reads, "For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal," because we're not out here fighting our cause with weapons, man. With physical weapons, with guns, and we're not doing that, because that's not where it's at. That's not the platform that Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahawashi wants us to fight our war in. No. All right, our warfare is spiritual. Okay, that's where our warfare is. It's spiritual. All right, and us bringing out the scriptures and cutting all these and casting down all these strongholds is showing progress, man. Because more and more we're taking this devil down. Okay, because the elect are waking up from the 12 tribes of the children of Israel, man. All right, so the book of 2 Corinthians chapter 10 and 4, "For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through Yahawah Ba'ashim Yahawashi to the pulling down of strongholds," because we're bringing out these words. We're not just out there in the street corners, and just babbling on whatever comes to our mind. No, we are reading according to the words of the scriptures, man, of the Bible, which is inspired by the Ruach HaKodesh, which is of Yahawah Ba'ashim Yahawashi. Okay, so these words are mighty. All right, what we're doing is a mighty thing. It is a powerful thing. Okay, so it reads, "But mighty through Yahawah Ba'ashim Yahawashi to the pulling down of strongholds," and that's what that is. All right, when I say that's what that is, I'm talking about that rule that this kingdom has put in place, that a man could only deal with one woman, and if he deals with multiple women, it's a evil and wicked thing. That is a stronghold. All right, that stronghold is basically, first of all, this devil, he puts down unrighteous decrees to enforce that stronghold. All right, but also dealing with the mind, because that warfare is also, it's a war for the mind as well. All right, he came up with the so-called American traditional marriages, man, which are not really marriages. They're called situations, man. All right, because that's not what a real marriage is, according to the Bible, man. Okay, but we're not gonna get into that. All right, so it reads, "But mighty through Yahawah Ba'ashim Yahawashi to the pulling down of strongholds." Okay, and another thing I wanted to add on to the point, all right, that I made, is that, and furthermore, all right, aside from the American tradition, that stronghold is also reinforced by that plantation Christianity. Okay, that's what it's reinforced by. All right, that if a man, has sex outside of his marriage, he's committed adultery, and now he's basically in danger of going to hell and burning forever, ever and ever. It's all about controlling your mind and keeping us in a low frequency, man. That's what it is. All right, that's what it really is. Keeping us in a low frequency, keeping us in a peasant state mentality forever, even though we're princes and kings, man. And that's pursuant to that precept in the book of Ecclesiastes. Where it's written, "I've seen servants upon horses and princes basically walking on the ground," roughly paraphrasing. So lucky if I butcher it, but just going into that, that's what we see today, because the children of Israel, Yasharallah is at the bottom, and who's at the top? The wicked, the base of men. And what they're doing is they're putting unrighteous decrees and a whole bunch of strongholds to keep our people down. All right, because they don't want us coming back to remembrance. They don't want us coming back to Yahawah Ba'ashim Yahawashi. They don't want us practicing the law and doing the lawful things. They They don't want us to be moving right. They want us to be moving astray and moving wrong, so that we could be in a perpetual state of destruction, basically. All right, but Yahweh Shem Yahawashi ain't with all that, man. All right, and that's who's really pulling the strings here. Not these devils, but Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahawashi. Okay, and considering with all these things, these big prophecies that's going on all around the world. All right, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahawashi has had enough with the rulership of the wicked, man. He's had enough with watching our people being go off. All right, our deliverer, our redeemer is coming soon. Okay, so it reads, but mighty through Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahawashi to the pulling down of strongholds. All right, so we're gonna pull this stronghold down furthermore, man. Okay, it's a whole bunch of principalities that's attacking our people, man. But this thing is only about the elect. All right, so verse 5, casting down imaginations and every high thing that exalteth itself against the knowledge of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahawashi. And that's what this is. All right, that's what that is. That notion, that rule that a man could only deal with one woman, and if he deals with more than one woman, that he's evil, he's wicked. All right, that's a high thing that exalts itself against the knowledge of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahawashi, and is pushed by the so-called American tradition. All right, the laws and statutes that this devil has put in place in this kingdom. All right, and also that feminism, man, which is completely out of order. All right, because here it is, men are demonized for having more than one wife. They say that we are cheating, that we are committing adultery, but a woman could goes through the back door and has multiple lovers, and then they turn around and blame the man for it. It's the man's fault. The man is to blame for a woman committing adultery. See how out of order and wicked and confusing that is? That's why they call this place Babylon. That's another reason why this place is called the daughter of Babylon. Because if you look at the word Babylon, all right, the root word is babal, which means confusion. Okay, that's man. So that stronghold is another high thing that exalts itself against the knowledge of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahawashi, because the scriptures say contrary, man. The scriptures allow us to have more than one wife. It is our right to have more than one wife. All right. And all you women that in the truth that got a problem with that, guess what, man? You won't have a problem with it in real soon, because it's going to be Jacob's trouble real soon. All right. It's going to be Jacob's trouble real soon. And if you still have a problem with it, guess what? Maybe you're not cut out to be him, the remnant. How about that? So it reads, and bringing into captivity every thought to the obedience of Hamashiach Yahawashi. All right, so that's another reason why we do these lessons, man, to bring into captivity every thought to the obedience of Hamashiach Yahawashi, because you got simps out there, you got men out there that are really down with that, man. They're really down with only having one woman, and they look down upon men that have multiple wives. You see, this is the effects of that, man. But it's all good. All right, it's all good, because righteousness is being established back into the earth, man. And we're seeing the beginnings of it, man. Here it is. You got dudes in the world, pushing out that vibration that a man could have multiple wives. You know what I'm saying? That's how you know we're at the end of this thing. That's how you know this kingdom is about to go down. All right. So let's go back. Let's go to the law. All right. To prove the point, man. All right. So we're going to go to the book of Exodus, chapter 21, verse 10. All right, and it reads, if he take him another wife, her food, her raiment, and her duty of marriage shall he not diminish. So basically, this allows a man to have more than one wife. Okay, if he take him another wife. Now, now another thing too, all right, it doesn't say how many women that man, right, that him had before this another wife. All right, all the scriptures saying that if a man chooses to have another wife, one more wife, he could have 4, 5, 6, 500 wives, like King Solomon, man. We actually had 700 wives, But, if a man chooses to have another wife, right, her food, her raiment, and her duty of marriage shall he not diminish. Okay, and that's what it is. All right, that's the law with that. You have to support these wives, and just to add on to a quick little thing so, brothers don't know, don't think I'm going off. King Solomon, he had 700 wives and 300 concubines. All right, which concubines are like a lesser, basically it's like a second class wife, but we're just dealing with the wives, man. The daughters of Zion. All right, yo, you could have more than one wife, man. You just gotta, take care of her, food, raiment, due to your marriage, you gotta, smash her and all that. You can't just have the new wife and then neglect the other wives, man. That would be going off. That's wicked. Okay. So the scriptures do allow men to have more than one wife. All right. Israelite men, so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. And guess what? In the kingdom, these nations are going to be allowed to have multiple wives too. All right. They're going to be allowed to have multiple wives too, man. Which they're not going to be in the kingdom, but, even in slavery, hey, they're going to have to reproduce. We're going to need slaves because our palaces are going to be big. So we're going to need a lot of people to build them up. All right. We need a lot of heathens to build them up. So you best believe, they better be producing the quota when it comes to servants, man. All right. But, back to the point, the scriptures do permit you to have more than one wife. Now, what these Christians will come here and say, these wacky tacky Christians will come here and say, is they'll say, oh, well, this is the Old Testament, right? This is the Old Testament. Well, guess what? Let's go into the parable of the 10 virgins. Okay. So let's go right here. The 10 virgins. All right. So we go into the book of Matthew, chapter 25, verse 1. Now I'm using this parable because even though this parable is dealing with, a completely different topic. All right. The example used, in this parable supports have a man being able to have multiple wives. Okay. That's what it supports. So the book of Matthew, chapter 25, verse 1. Then shall the kingdom of heaven be likened unto 10 virgins. Right. Now, these are 10 virgin girls. All right. Virgin women, which took their lamps and went forth to meet their bridegroom. Okay. Their bridegroom. That's one man. It ain't talking about no bridegrooms. No. Bridegroom. Just one man. All right. So these 10 women are going to get married to this one man. All right. Now, this is dealing with, not, how do I put it to you? Not having the full knowledge in these latter days. All right. And basically at the result of it being led astray, that's what the parable is dealing with, in simple terms. All right. But basically, why would YAHAWASHI use something wicked to promote something righteous? All right. Why would YAHAWASHI use something wicked to be a metaphor and a parable for something righteous? Because what he used is not a wicked thing. Okay. There's no wickedness in YAHAWASHI. And YAHAWASHI is the word. There's no wickedness in the word. All right. So this proves even in the New Testament that a man can have more than one woman. It is perfectly acceptable for a man to have more than one woman. All right. And guess what? Real soon, we're going to have more than one woman, and y'all going to like it. Y'all going to allow it. You will not, throw your fits and go through, the motions, and your, what's it called? The antics of what you do here in Babylon. All right. Because guess what? You're going to have reproach, man. These women going to have reproach out here, man. All right. It's crazy, man. Because even in the truth, you got women that still kind of, oh, yeah, but I kind of, I don't want there to be, I'm not really, good with the sharing thing. I don't want to share. Well, guess what? You're going to share. You're going to share because it's either our way or the highway. All right. It's either our way or the highway because we're not going to put no woman above YAHAWASHI. So the book of Isaiah, chapter 4 and 1. In that day, 7 women shall take hold of one man. Polygamy, man. All right. That's our ability to have more than one wife. That's our right. I don't want to say our ability. That is our right. Okay? To the book of Isaiah, chapter 4, verse 1. And in that day, 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach. All right? Because y'all going to be catching hell out here, man. Okay? Y'all going to be catching hell, man. All right? The women that are at ease, man. Y'all ain't going to be at ease much longer, man. All right, it's going to be a time like never before where even the men are going to be, you know, with their hands in their loins as women in travail. All right, where the scriptures talk about, you know, the times to come is going to have men as women. All right, so how much more for the real women? All right, y'all going to be going through some stuff, man. Y'all not going to care about having, you know, multiple wives. And guess what? A lot of you Babylonian women are going to be rejected, man. Okay, that's the truth. A lot of you Babylonian women are going to be rejected. Okay, because of your haughtiness, your prideness, all the hell you gave brothers, man. All right, brothers, yo, ain't gonna, man. But with that, you know, I don't want to ramble on too much, man. You know, don't want to get on, you know, there's really no need to get on the women like that because there are much more weightier matters, you know, to attend to, you know, because we are in a time of prophecy. You know, but I thought, you know, through the spirit and power of YAHAWASHI, knock this video out. All right, knock this topic out, you know, to further tear down the strongholds of Babylon. All right, so with that, I'm going to say, call halal Yahawah ba'ashim Yahawashai ba'ashim Rachaha Kudash for giving me the spirit to do this lesson. And double honors once again to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who taught us this truth and rule well. Lord willing, this lesson was edifying unto the hopeful elect. All right, with that, I'm going to say shalom.